All right, family. Welcome back to another episode of the Fitness Headspace Podcast, brought to you by your favorite fitness coaches, Deion Avril and Monique. All right. So guess what? Today, we have a special guest today, Mr. KevFit.
Yo,
all right.
Yo.
So check us out real quick. Kev, if you want to go ahead and just, give us a little background really quick, give us your, where you at, where you from, give us a little details.
A little detail. All right. I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida. I've been here all my life. Basically, I'm homegrown. I've been personal training now probably about, let's say between 15 and 20 years. I've been working with people. I've worked with everybody though. Elderly, athletes, it doesn't matter. I used to take them all on. And this is what I do, man. This is my thing. My focus now is more on the 40 and up. That's why I call myself Mr. Over 40 and Fit, because I went through my phase of trying to be big and trying to be the most ripped in the room. But now for me, it's all about longevity, man, helping people live a better life. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, all of us are aging, but now it's our responsibility to make sure how we age.
Absolutely. And I apologize. I didn't get to Mr. 40, Mr. 40 over,
Mr. Over 40 and Fit.
Mr. Over 40
and say his name right. Come on.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
It's all love. Hey, it's all love, man.
Let me not butcher it. Say it one more time, Joy.
It's all
Mr.
good.
Over
man.
40 and Fit.
Yes, sir. Mr. Over 40 and Fit. And that was one of the things that really gravitated me towards you. Although, we have our background and we know each other, but I really love the fact that that was your focus. So I really wanted to give, I want you to give the insight to the family of why is that so important for you now as far as translating to your clients. And, is that it seems like that's more of your niche right now, focusing on clients over 40. So how do you see that being a little bit different compared to, training other clients that might be in different age ranges?
Because a couple things. Far as on the age, like y'all age, how old are you?
I'm 25.
I'm 26.
So y'all are just a rare breed when it comes to the industry. When it comes personal training people, most young people are not. They're in it right now for the look, what they can get right now. You get what I'm saying? So they trying everything, they doing everything. It's all about aesthetics and how they look. But when you get to my age and people 40, 50, 60, it's a lifestyle. It's not trying to be the biggest. It's not trying to be the best. It's a lifestyle. They're trying to maintain, and they're serious about it. They're serious. They're health conscious. They're conscious about what they eat. They're not playing around with it. They're consistently hitting the gym. You know what I mean? So that is, for me, that I love that. You know what I mean? Helping people walk better, help people get more flexible. You get what I'm saying? Helping people live longer. That's the main thing for me, man. Really.
So,
go ahead.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I really kind of wanted to ask, so when did that get changed as far as who you're targeting now? Like, when did that change really hit for you as far as like wanting to really work with the older crowd as far as their fitness, health, and levels?
Being honest, I've always worked with them, but I think it hit me. Dang. When did that hit me? When did that hit me? I think people was always saying like, Kev, you over 40 and you like, bro, you what's up with you? You killing it. But I really, because in your mind you think you're young, but most of my clients, man, those are the people I gravitated to, and I worked with. I worked with some of everybody, but they stuck to me, and these people just stuck to me, and I became like a part of their family. You know how women like have their hairdresser, and that hairdresser is a part of the family. That's what I became to them, man, and I started to see it. I started to see it. Like one of my clients, Elna, she's nice. She's 94. I just stopped training her. I started training when she was 90.
Wow, that's crazy.
Hearing her say things like, Kev, I finally got a chance to dance. I hadn't danced in a long time. You get what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Training 3 times a week. No complaints.
I just got to get my hats off to her.
You know what I mean?
That 90, 94.
That's what made me, and recently now, but right now, I'm really not really training any young people now. Like I have 2. Other than that, I'm not even really taking no more. That's just not my focus now, because I can help them, but they don't really get it.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead, bro.
So no, it was just really quick. You mentioned that, and I feel like it hit a certain area. Do you feel like, as far as like they're not as committed as far as where they are mentally and really taking it as serious as you would compare, or even a client that's in their 40s compared to somebody in their 20s? Would you say that's something that you notice as well, or is it just other factors?
Yeah, they're not committed. They're not committed. It's not a priority. You know, they're still rather go hang out and be materialistic, buy a bunch of stuff, but they don't realize that your health is a priority. That comes first. It starts from here first. You don't start with the outside stuff. You get what I'm saying? You can make all the money in the world, but you could die before you spend it. You know what I mean? They don't get that piece. You know what I mean? You training, eating healthy, that makes you show up better every day.
Absolutely.
You show up better every day as a better person. Let's keep it 100. When you don't get that workout in some days, your day is trash.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're right. You're right.
Your day is trash. You know what I mean? No.
They're
not committed. They don't see the value in it. It's only about the outside. And then in the time with the world of social media where they showing all this stuff in their face and I want that. But they don't realize, man, these people been doing this for a long time. They just marketing to you. But at the end of the day, it's about good quality health, man. Living good and feeling good.
Yes, and I feel like Deion and I really like cover that a lot, like at least like on our own platforms as far as like the wellness side of it.
Yeah.
So I definitely understand wholeheartedly, like, you know, where you're coming from as far as not wanting to just be so superficial,
right,
when it comes to how people, you know, think about their health and everything. And so understanding how these are very two like different thought processes, like what is the biggest challenge that you've seen when it comes to working with people who are over 40 as far as their mentality, you know, their fitness levels, like what's the biggest hurdle that is, you know, has to be overcome with your clients now?
I think a lot of times some of them, if they're not used to, they never played high school sports or never been really active, the mindset to get them into it. You get what I'm saying? That it's hard to make that shift because they're not used to the pain and stuff like that. So you got to really hit them in their pain points to get them motivated, you know, getting them thinking about like you could be on medication for a long time. Like you got to hit them. Like I give them the real, you get what I'm saying? But that's the struggle. They usually, it's the mindset. If they haven't trained early on in life or played sports, it's really hard. But most of them, once they tap into it, they just have a different mindset. They have a different endurance. Once you open it up, they locked in, man. They are locked in. You just have to get them away from just trying to get quick results. But other than that, they hit it. That's the only barrier, mindset sometimes. If they've never had activity before, it's kind of hard. But other than that, they do it.
Okay. And so I had a question to piggyback off of that. So, you know, I know, and I'm with you with that. What I've noticed is a majority of people, especially like you said, inexperienced, or it's been a while trying to get back into it. It's a mentality, like shifting that mentality and helping them realize why they need this. It's not even a want. It's something that's a necessity moving forward, especially as we mature, you know, in our age. Not that the age matters, but of course we know that, you know, the body will change over time. Right. You know, so one of my questions to you is, especially with working with clients, you know, within that 40 range, do you notice a lot of injuries? One is one of the question. And if so, what are some of the things that you utilize to kind of, you know, work with, like whether it's mobility or working on strengthening some of those areas as far as those injuries?
I do see injuries sometime, but a lot of times with us, I hit them with a quick one. Hey, you just getting younger. I say my knee hurt too. I say my knee hurt too. That's just a little bit arthritis. You know, this is warmed up. But I, you know, try to get them take some natural remedies like turmeric. You know, the natural stuff for joints and stuff like that. But I'm definitely on the mobility. I'm big on mobility, flexibility, and strengthening. You know what I mean? That's it. Strength training with them, and I take my time with them. I do a lot of balance training. So I would have them, you know, doing stuff on the Bosu ball, balance pad, stuff like that, you know, lunges, squat rows and stuff like that. Because I'm always trying to challenge their muscles and get them to grow. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely me, mobility, balance, and strength. That's how I train them, bro.
So you just mentioned, you know, some really great things that you incorporate. But I know we had touched on it a little bit, but you know, being a coach, I look at you more as a coach because you're well-rounded. You know what I mean? I try to explain to people the difference between a personal trainer and a coach, you know what I mean, in general, whether it's a wellness coach, a fitness coach, etc. Just having that full rounded picture. So one of the things that I wanted to hear from you was, what are some of the certifications that you currently have, and some of the ones that you feel like made the biggest difference for you, or if it could have just been, experience as well too?
One thing, I'm NASM certified. I got NASM, a personal trainer, and I have a nutrition coach from NASM. Mm-hmm. Those are my two certs. I used to have was it ISSA? I had that one too. Just getting certifications. But for me, it was more hands-on experience. Being in the trenches. That's how I learned a lot of my stuff. The certifications are good, but NASM does help you because they get technical, the biology part, the science. It helps you understand, especially that nutrition coaching course is really, really good. Help breaks a lot of myths because they get down to some of the science and facts. But yeah, a lot of it hands-on, bro. Hands-on, learning, trial and error, learning what works for me, because you can have the science of things, you get what I'm saying, but you got to really be self-aware and figure out what works for you, because it's not a one-size-fits-all when it comes to clients,
Facts. And it's funny because that was something that we had mentioned last Friday. That whole, the specificity, or just being more focused on the individual person, because like we say, we can put together a program for anybody, but it doesn't mean that it's going to work for everybody. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things that I always like to, hit that approach as well. So it's nice to hear it from you, somebody that's well seasoned, experienced, had their hands on both sides of the, on the teeter, and realize that, hey, it could go this way, but at the same time, everything that you've applied literally is hands-on. And that's one thing that I've noticed as well too. We could do all the reading in the world and be book smart, but you know what I mean? At the same time, are you applying that book smarts in the streets, if we want to, correlate it that way?
Right.
It's like, right. You know what I mean? Because somebody could be like, oh yeah, all right, this is how you do, this is your thoracic, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, that's cool. That sounds all nice, but apply it. Show me how to do it.
Right.
In simple terms for somebody that can, understand it, So now that's really good. That's dope to hear, especially from somebody. And I feel like those two certifications are usually like the most important. But I do realize that I see that you focus more on like online coaching as of right now, right?
Right. Yeah, I do both. I do in person, but I'm definitely building online right now.
Okay. And how's that been treating you so far?
It's treating me good, man. It's a learning curve, because I like to be in the people's face, standing over them, helping them pick them weights up.
Right.
But it's good for the business, because I have clients in New Jersey, I have clients in Atlanta. You get what I'm saying? So, and it's good. It's really good. Yeah.
Really so how has it been for you trying to like really market yourself like in this online space now? Like how has that been as far as that new transition into be able to, I guess, change how you go about, gaining your clients now?
It's hard. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit and tell you no lie, but I realize it's repetition. You just got to keep putting it in their face. We have access to social media, so people know my work. They know what I do, but you got to constantly just put it in their face, and it'll build. I've been doing it ever since the pandemic. I started from then, and I just kept going, and now it's starting to catch a fire. You get what it's starting to catch a fire.
Yeah.
It's starting, and somebody like, hey, Kev, somebody like, I need a personal trainer, virtual. I know Kev is great. And hit me up, like, hey, and they already ready to sign up. I'm like, okay, let's do it.
And so do you feel like this last year being in the house kind of like helped you, I guess, propel to this next phase of your career in fitness?
Yes, it did.
Yeah,
it did. Yeah. And
that's
online
awesome
is good.
And then, I think kind of go back into this. I understand that you learned most of what you know from your hands-on experience.
Right.
And just for people out here who are listening, I kind of want to get a little more personable to see like what was that one client that you had that was like very memorable as far as their time with you, their how they transformed their bodies, their mind, whatever like that. Like what was a really big, impactful experience with you with any one client that you may have had before?
Man, I had so many, bro. Oh my God, I think my first transformation was the best one. I remember when I first started training, I was working at UFit and in Green Acres. You're fresh in the game, you wet behind the ears, and you just trying to train. You happy, you got energy, you want to help everybody. I had this one client, her name is Maria. She's one of my best friends now, and she came in. She did this big old package. She was overweight, man, and we dropped like 60 pounds. like 60 pounds, man. And it was big. Like she came in, she was training with me like 3 or 4 days a week, one of those type of clients. And she lost like 60 pounds. That's when I knew, I was like, this is it. Mm-hmm. When you see how you put that energy in, you help this person. And I know how much it meant to her. She had been going through some personal stuff and all that. So for her to lose those 60 pounds, that was a game changer for her. You get what I'm saying? So that was probably one of the most impactful times. Yeah, helping somebody lose 60 pounds. And from there, I had the bug. I ain't even gonna lie. I was stuck. No, for real, because it's a lot of people. I used to see a lot of trainers come in and they come in it for the money. But if you don't really have a heart and passion for helping people, you're in the wrong business, because this requires you to get involved with people and walk them through a journey. You get what I'm saying? And they see me on social media, muscles and stuff, but I'm all heart. I love people. You get what I'm saying? They can look at all that, but I love people. So that's why I'm good at what I do. You know, so that was, Maria was the first one. It was a game changer for me. And once you see that, you just go searching for that, man.
Oh yeah, that first client that you see that real change on. It's like, oh yeah, this is it. This is it. Yeah, that feeling you really cannot. You can do it again with anything else. Yeah.
When somebody hits you up and they like, you literally help, because they met you, you walk them through this process, and now they feeling better. They eating clean. You got them doing stuff that they thought they could never do.
Right.
It's a game changer. It's a confidence builder for us. It's a confidence builder for them. I mean, that helped me out a lot. She was my first one. And guess what? She's actually going to be starting in January, training again. Like she became a lifetime friend. Like family, bro. Like family.
And that's one of the things I've noticed as well too, is like the impact that you make on people. And like you said, same concept with me, like, people think, oh, it's muscles. I'm like, dude, that's half of my personality, Yeah. But when you really take that opportunity, it's not even take that opportunity. When somebody sends you a text message like, hey, Kev, I just reduced my medication. I just came from, the doctor's office, or my blood pressure is not as high as it used to be. It's something about that feeling. Like for all of the trainers that came in focused on the money, that's what I wanted. That right there, that text message, there's no better feeling than to know that somebody made that progress, and knowing that you walked them through this whole process as well too, because what people don't realize as fitness coaches, you become involved and you're a part of their lifestyle, and I think that's the thing that people forget. It's not like all right, cool, we're just going to train, once you reach your goal, that's it. No, you reach it, but we still have to maintain, you know what I mean? Right. Or at some point things might switch up. You might want to, start getting ready for the fire academy or something else, a police academy. So there's always those necessary steps, and having that person that's the support system for you as well. And I think that's a big thing that people don't realize, being that coach and being that person that's there, not knowing what that individual is going through when, before they come in through that door, and I always try to tell people, try to decompartmentalize and keep that outside as much as you can, but don't feel like you can't talk to me about certain things, because I'm always here to listen, because and I'm sure you've had some sessions. It wasn't even a session. You know what I mean?
Talk through the whole session. Leave out there feeling better. Hey, I had one of my boys, hey man, thank you for the therapy session. all right, bro. He's like, thank you. Hey,
it's like, all you do is listen, and people don't realize like that makes a difference, because people talk, but they don't hear what the person's saying. You get what I mean? And I think that's really important as well. So I just love the fact that, you being able to see that, not only seeing your first transformation of your client go from 60 pounds, and it's just like, you personally get that rush, but to see how she feels after that, that feeling's priceless,
She's one of my best friends today, bro. Like
now exactly.
I love that. I love that.
If something happened and if I needed her, she's over here like that, man. For anything.
And that's like you building those relationships, because at least for me, I've noticed that my clients become a lot closer to me than my actual family, because we're with each other majority of the time.
A lot of time.
So a lot of trainers. I don't want to cut you off. My bad. I said a lot of times we need to understand that it's a gift, man, and we are making a very big impact in people's lives. The money gonna come. You take care of people, the money's gonna come.
Exactly.
Your reputation is gonna grow. They're gonna come looking for you. That's gonna happen. But we help people, man. That's what we do. We're life changers, man. We're not just some jocks or just trying to be cocky. No, we're passionate about what we do. We help people.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
You know, and that's my thing. It's just like people don't realize, and you probably, you know of Gary Vee, right?
Yeah.
This dude's always been big on just give the content, give it to them. Why are you trying to hold it? If you hold on to it, nobody knows that you have it. You know what I mean? So it's just like, what do you have to offer? Let us see why, you know, we should invest our time into you. Because again, people don't invest into anything else but the person. You know what I mean? We can all be trainers and coaches or whatever the case is, but it's the personality that they fall in love with. And that motivational aspect, or just that person that could be assertive and push them like, hey, listen, I know how you feel right now. I can only imagine, but listen, we got 2 more reps. Crank it out. Remember what you told me. That, you know, whatever the case is, however you relate to your clients. But I think it's just really important to know that building that foundation and building that relationship with your client can go a long way. And even like you said, building up with referrals, and it comes full circle. You don't even have to stress yourself.
It's less work for you to even, you know, obtain more clients. Really just working off of, you know, word of mouth could be your biggest marketing tool, honestly and truly. Just having a good personal brand is really what it is. You
know, it's funny, little side note, Kev. I was when I was at Planet, there was a gentleman, oh my gosh, I can't remember I think his name was Zeus. Gentleman from Canada. He was like, yeah, bro. He's like, I remember Kev. Kev was, you know, he was my first coach when I first got here too from Canada. And this dude is huge, bro, plant-based. I wish I could remember his first and last name, but he talked, you know, of the highest, most respect about you. And it's just like, man, Kev literally been in the game for a minute. Like he's, you know what I mean? And to see, you know, this guy's probably, I think he's probably in his 30s now. You know what I mean? Seeing like, dude, you've made an impact across the whole board, you know what I mean, in a positive manner. And it's just like, there's not enough of that. And that's why I love seeing what you do, because again, it's so authentic and it's so genuine, and it's not like anybody else's, you know what I mean? Everybody will come in and do this and do that, but it's just like, you come with a whole different angle, but that's what makes you unique. And that's what makes you, you know? So I just want to give you props, man, because this is not the only time that I've seen you or heard of you. You know what I mean? I've heard around town of you, and it's all been positive. So like we said, word goes a long way and it travels. You know what I mean? That alone, I could just be like, oh, okay, cool. And then I could have came to you, be like, yo, Kev, I'm looking for a coach. You know what I mean? Something simple as that, and just building that relationship. So I just want to, like I said, man, I want to give you props on that. You know, one of the other things that I wanted to ask you, you did mention that, you know, you do have your nutrition certification as well. What are some of, you know, a few tips that you feel like you could give some of the family, especially being over 40? Because again, that's what we're focused on. Some of the things that you would suggest to them.
So a lot of times with the nutrition piece, it's so much. We got keto, we got paleo, we got the bodybuilder diet, we got this cleanse. And I tell people, you got to be really self-aware and know your body. First of all, you know, you got, because the internet done mess people up. They can't focus when it comes to food.
Yeah,
they just done. If y'all feel me, right? They just
you ain't got to say it. We know.
I tell people to keep it simple. Keep it simple. Me personally, I can eat the same thing every day. When I want something different, I'll go splurge and do that. You know, you gotta keep it simple, because I'll hit some people and they'll be like, well, Kev, I can't eat the same food 2 days in a row. Okay, so that means you're gonna cook 2 days in a row then, versus prepping on Sunday to Wednesday. Now you got to cook every day. Simplicity is the best way when it comes to nutrition. I don't care if you're vegan. I don't care if you keto. Keep it simple, man. Stop complicating things, because most people are not used to prepping food, cooking, organized. They're not used to it. Make it simple. If you don't like to cook, invest and get a prep company. Get them to do it for you. But keep it simple. That's always been my method, man. I eat the same thing every day. Oatmeal, chicken breast. I do chicken breast, ground turkey or steak. My broccoli, my asparagus, jasmine rice, sweet potato. That's it.
Plain Jane. And
he know what it is every week. He already knows.
Plain. They overcomplicate it. Well, I need to have this, and I need to have, okay, cool. Okay.
But you know what's so funny about that? People don't have that much of a diverse diet before they start to eat healthy.
Yeah.
It'd be the same fried chicken, the same burger, the same macaroni and cheese, the same side of fries. It's still like we are accustomed to eating the same thing. but now it looks different. So now it's like, oh, I'm not sure I can eat the same, vegetables for, 2-3, days in a row. You've been doing this forever. We're just changing up what you're eating. You can still eat the same way. Just what you're eating is going to be a little bit different going forward. Yeah.
You're trying to get them on a new path and they don't want to follow your direction.
They trying to fight with resistance. Like they was like, I don't know about this.
I'll say this, big for over 42, you got to get your greens in. You got I tell people keep it safe. Quality carbs, quality greens, quality protein. Keep it simple, man. Fish, steak, chicken. People they make it too complicated. Don't overcomplicate it, man. Keep it simple. You need your green veggies. You need those nutrients. Just eat them. Just eat them. Just eat them. Boil them, steam them, eat them. You need them. You can't, if you got to blend it up, do that.
Season them.
Yeah. See, there you go.
Okay, season them.
That's the key word, though. So I was gonna say that. So that's one of the things that I tell my clients all the time, and it's more of it's a mental thing. I had to think about it too. Like, man, chicken, fish, steak, it's all the same type of meat. It's the seasoning. That's what we're talking about. People are addicted to the seasoning and the way things look. That's all it is. Yeah. You know what I mean? And textures and stuff like that. So they want that crunch, or they might want that certain, that blend. So when I really ask them, like, okay, so what do you eat right now? Chicken with this, that. If they're, if they come from a household from, the islands of the Caribbeans, it's usually rice, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's the same food. It's literally the same food. It's just cooked different. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like you said, keeping it simple. Just pick the sources of protein that you're comfortable with. Find some carbs that work with your body the best. Because I got clients, I can't do oatmeal. It's crazy you could do oatmeal. I have to do grits because it just makes me bloated. It's
okay though. Your body. That's you're aware.
Exactly.
Perfect.
So and it's just funny. I just it's one of those things that I'm like, everybody's like, yeah, well, I can't. I'm like, why are we complicating things though? Like we just need to make sure that we're just getting quality food. That's all it is.
It's quality whole food. Stay away from go out and eat, enjoy yourself. Just know how to pick and choose. Like me, I know how to go out and have, like, if I'm going out, I'm getting me a burger. I don't care what you say. Give me a burger and some fries. You get what I'm saying? That's how I treat myself. If you're constantly eating out, know how to choose food, man. Get you some asparagus, get you some steamed broccoli, get you a nice piece of steak, baked potato. Be wise when you go out. You got to do that. And one thing I'll say too is portion control. And I'll keep, because I don't like to complicate it, calories in, calories out. Keep it simple. Know what you eat. Know what you're putting in your mouth. Because as you age, you want to make sure you're burning off the calories. You got to make sure you're burning up calories. People just eat and don't monitor. You don't have to necessarily monitor everything, but know what you eat. Don't be eating no cake at night and macaroni at night, and y'all just tend to eat the wrong food at nighttime.
I tell them, like, keep it light. Stay away from them carbs right now, man.
Just take it easy. Yeah, but it's simple. When it comes to nutrition, being over 40, you got to keep it simple, because when people hit 40 at my age, I'm not bored with what I eat. I'm cool with it, but people get bored. Okay, they may get a little bored, but you still got to keep it simple, and you got to pick all quality whole foods. Just keep it simple, man. I don't overcomplicate it.
Okay.
I don't, man.
So quick question. And I love that concept as well too. That's what I tell everybody as well. It's like, what do you eat? I'm like, I eat the same stuff. Like I repeat and rinse and repeat. That's it. Literally. Once I find whatever the recipes are for the week, that's it. I'm not trying to do nothing else.
I don't change it, bro. I really don't. And they see me and they be like, Kev, you're in great shape. So I'm like, consistency over time. I've been doing the same thing. Trust me, I have not changed it.
Right.
That's all it is, and I stick to it. Once I see what works, I stay there. I keep it simple.
Like it makes getting groceries so much easier anyway, because you already know what you're gonna get every week. Might as well keep it simple.
It's the best feeling to
just you talking good now. Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't change it, man. I maybe throw some salmon in there, but I don't change it. I really don't, man.
So now you had mentioned consistency, right? Yeah. So what are some of the things that keeps KevFit motivated? What keeps you going on a day-to-day basis?
Wow, you hit me with that thing, man.
And really think deep, like for you being in it for 15, 20 years. So you have skin in the game now. What makes you still get up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to keep want to train your clients, to keep coming with, with that good energy, to keep coming with that good advice? What keeps Kev fit, Mr. Fit over 40? What keeps you going?
Oh man, it's the impact I'm making. Honestly, it's the impact, man. I've tried. I told people, man, I ain't training no more. Training no damn more. Well, I'm done. I went to Crunch and worked there and managed everybody. And they're like, well, you selling me personal training, but I want you to train me. I'm like, I'm the manager. I can't train, but they know it's just who I am. It's just, that's what I do. I can't walk away from it. This is what I do. It motivates me, man, to get up and see people and help people get results. It's the impact, man. It's the impact. It's a positive impact I'm making people's lives. I was up at 3:30. I was up at 3:30 this morning.
What?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Started my day at 3:30.
What time do you go to bed?
Sometimes 9, sometimes 8:30. If I had too much caffeine during the day, oh, you know how that go. I'm up a little too late. It's crazy, but I do nap more. I'll take like today. I took a nap. I came home and I block out time for about an hour to get to recharge my system. But yeah, man, motivation is the impact, man, that I make.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the impact. And then I'm an example. I realize that I'm an example too. You never know who lives you're impacting because they're watching you. All the way down to my daughter. Right. You get what I'm saying? She see dad get up and go and coach and train his client. They notice how dad has paid the bills for years. You know what I mean? Then people that are around me that know me, know where I come from, who I am as a person. I motivate them, So it's the impact.
I felt that. And so with all that being said, I kind of want to get into, I guess maybe like our final question for the night. So what can clients expect from KevFit? Like, what do you have going on? Classes, programs, everything. Like, go ahead and just shameless plug. What do you guys get from KevFit
get it in.
Right now?
All right, so we go. Well, right now, I got in the works. I'm working on an on-demand program. Like really, like I got one down, but I'm in the lab. Right, we working right now. Like we're gonna create on-demand. Like it's gonna be downloadable. It's going to be nice. I'm working on it right now as we speak. Hopefully by the end of February, it'll be finished, complete, and out. But it'll be my first on-demand program. Yeah. I'm excited.
Congrats in advance for that, man.
On that.
Yeah, it's some work, but it's time, man. It's time. It's a change. I gotta put it out there because I'm not going to stop, man. I love training. I love working out. So what I do have now, I do online personal training. I do the virtual classes. I do nutrition coaching, that, and I do the in person. That's just what I do right now. Yeah. So, but more so online, I'm pushing that way.
Okay. And where can anybody looking to get any services, talk to you, get a consultation? Where can they find you? Like where are you as of right now?
All right. You can look at me on Instagram, KevFit Inc. Facebook, KevFit Inc. You go to my website, KevFit.net. I forgot my own website. Oh man, yeah, go to KevFit.net. You can get me there too, man. Get a consultation. Shoot, you can, if you're local in Florida, just Google me. In West Palm, just Google me. I'll pop up. Yeah, just put in KevFit. I'll pop up, man. But yeah, hit me up, man.
For sure. So what we're going to do, we're going to link Kev's information underneath the video as well too. So you guys are more than welcome to check any of his information as far as all the different platforms, pages, all of his content. Definitely get in with him. I'm telling y'all, it's worth it. Listen to what he's saying. Everything he's saying right now is so genuine. It's heartfelt. And you got to remember, like we've been saying since day one, when you're looking for a coach, you have to make sure that they're passionate about what they're doing. You know what I mean? It's not even about you at the end of the day. It's really about what can they offer you, obviously. But at the same time, you got to make sure that you going in on this new journey and this whole new lifestyle that you're trying to implement, which you will implement, not even trying, you have to make sure that you both are on the same page. And I'm telling you, KevFit is the person for y'all. So
hey, you talking good, bro. Same page. Take two.
Hey, listen, you know what I mean? Like we just listen, we observe, we learn, you know what I mean? We try to, communicate, we try to network, build with each other, and then help each other out at the end of the day, and that's really what it's all about, is just building a community of coaches that really know what time it is and really giving back in a manner of, just out of just being genuine and not necessarily looking for the financial aspect like this. Right. We know all of that is on the back end, but
it's coming. Don't worry about that.
On that impact. You know what I'm saying? Hearing a coach tell you, like, I'm more focused on how it's impacting you, you know what I mean? But at the same time, when I wake up, you're the one that drives me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like there's a better person, you know, to coach with as opposed to you and having that mindset. So I think that's really important. I think that's what people need rolling into, you know, this new year, which is why we're doing this, you know, getting fit at 40 or over 40, just due to the fact that I know there's a lot of, you know, I don't want to say it's not necessarily, it's like, it's a mix. It's thrown in the air because, like we said, we see things on social media. They'll give you this certain, you know, idea of like, hey, this is how you should be training, like something different every day. And that's not really how it works. You know, showing somebody that consistency and having an actual plan in place is what actually gets you to where you need to go and moving forward to maintain. So again, like we said, man, it's just, you know, a pleasure to be within your presence right now and just, you know, getting all the information from you and just listening to, you know, your approach, some of the different experiences that you've had, and how it impacts you as of right now and all the future plans that you have moving forward. But all I can say is I do truly wish you the best in 2022, Kev. I see nothing but positive things for you, brother. Like, not only just the February, but just continuously moving, because like you said, during the pandemic, I saw you pop up. I was like, yo, I was like lit outside, you know what I'm saying, about a park. I was just like, yo, that's crazy. And like you said, the consistency of just dropping and dropping. I'm like, yo, he's serious about this, you know.
He's out here working now. He's out here working.
Right.
I don't stop, man. We got to keep working, man. If you have something, then you got something to give. Just keep going, man.
Absolutely.
Just keep going.
Absolutely. Man. So hopefully it's gonna be the last time we see Mr. Fiddle over 40.
Oh no, we gonna
on
keep
the podcast. Definitely feel like we need a part 2.
I'm
like, you know what I'm feeling? I feel like we need a nice part 2 at some point to this episode to get more about, you know, what you have going on, to see you in 2022, see, like, you know, your program launch and everything. Definitely come back and let our audience know what is new with KevFit. We definitely need all the gems to keep coming back as much as possible to our audience. So for anybody who's watching this show right now, definitely go ahead and like and subscribe down below. Share it out to at least, like Deion, I say every week, 3 people, y'all. Share it out. And definitely, if you don't do nothing else for this episode, go ahead and follow KevFit over on Instagram. I believe it's KevFit Inc. on Instagram to be exact. So go ahead and show him some love over there, because he would definitely be back, and you guys do not want to miss out when he makes a reappearance on the podcast. And Deion, before we kind of close out for this episode, any last church announcements for either you or Kevin?
Me personally, no. I'm gonna leave the whole floor for Kev right now.
I want to say something to y'all, man. When I was seeing Deion, man, and I know Deion. I know his personality and how he does things. And I was kind of excited about this podcast with y'all because I had opportunity to do other stuff too. But I know him and his personality. He's very passionate about what he do. He doesn't like to do things halfway. You know what I mean? When I seen him in fitness, when I seen him in the gym, I'm like, uh-oh. I see him with his bag, I see him doing it. I said, uh-oh, he in here for real. I'm like, because you see people working out.
It ain't people working out.
You see people
working out.
I'm like, because I know when he did music, you know what I mean? And I was like, he finna get in this industry. But when I seen the podcast, I would see you guys pop up my feed. I'm like, okay, I like what they're doing. They're gonna bring something real. They're gonna bring something natural and genuine, because there's a lot of fluff out there. You know what I mean?
And that's really what it was at the end of the day, man.
I appreciate you guys for this. I appreciate y'all doing what y'all doing, because people need to fitness is a sensitive topic. And getting good coaches is not easy. You know what I mean? So if y'all giving good quality information, this is going to be a blessing to a lot of people, man. It's going to help a lot of people out. So salute y'all for this, what y'all doing.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate that, man.
No, it's all good. I will be sharing it.
For sure. Any other announcements, Joy? I don't know if you have any other comments, concerns, anything we need to get off our chest right now.
I think all hearts and minds are clear. Everything I need to know will be down below in the description. Of course, everybody's links, website information will all be down below. If you guys go ahead and just show some good support, and definitely be sure to stay tuned for the next week's episode, y'all. So as always, thank y'all for coming back each and every week and supporting this podcast over here. And definitely, if you know anybody who you guys know as far as any other coaches that you may want to see also come through, leave the information down below. Give us your feedback for today's episode, your likes, comments, anything you guys want to kind of just talk to us down below. We're definitely here for the conversation. But as always, you guys, I'll catch you on the next episode.
Hey, bye, I appreciate you guys, man.